What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be going around and answering some of your guys' questions. Now, recently I've been getting some comments from you guys, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to try and answer some of your guys' questions in today's video. So it's a little bit of a different episode. And of course, if you have any Disney related questions, let me know, and I will come around Disney World and we'll answer them together. That's kind of weird. It's like a Rubik's Cube. So anyway, I have 3 questions for today. So the first one is a pretty fitting one, considering we're in Walt Disney World, but we're actually not in the right park. So what is your favorite Walt Disney World park? Now, this one for me is kind of difficult because normally I would say Disney's Hollywood Studios. But with the recent changes they've made to that park over the last couple of years, it really hasn't been my favorite park. Now, the answer that everyone would assume then would be, oh, so it has to be Magic Kingdom, which, with all the lore and everything around Magic Kingdom, it is really a nice park, but it is a little bit more, I mean, it's a park for anybody, but it's definitely geared more toward, especially with Fantasyland and things like that, it's definitely more of a child area. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's for purely kids. That's not true. I just think it doesn't connect with me as much as one of the other 2 parks. Now, the other one, of course, is Animal Kingdom. Now, I love animals. I love Animal Kingdom. But, on my most recent trip, I was really disappointed because it doesn't seem like there's enough to do there. And we were able to spend one day at Animal Kingdom. Every other park I spent 2 days. That was the only park I went to for one day. It just wasn't worth it. So that's what ended up happening. So for whatever it is, it ended up being one of those situations where, it ended up being Epcot. Epcot is my favorite park right now. And that's pretty crazy considering all the construction and the things going on in Epcot. But I really enjoy the World Showcase. And I feel like a lot of people say this, but it's really hard to enjoy the World Showcase when you're younger, right? Because it's all about food and, of course, drinking and drinking around the world. But I just love seeing all the different cultures. I think that really is something that sticks with me. And it's just so unique compared to any other park that ever has existed. And I really think that's something that I really do appreciate. The other thing, too, I really love the whole pavilion theme of Epcot. How they have the land pavilion and they have what used to be like, World of Motion and things like that, Imagination up here. I really love the whole lands theming. And my favorite one, and maybe I'll answer that on another Q&A, but I do have a favorite pavilion. I'll just say it's Living with the Land. I really love Living with the Land. I love Soarin'. I love the attraction Living with the Land. I love that area so much. So that one's an easy one. Another question. Oh, so thank you for that question. And there you go. You are the first question in our Q&A series. So hopefully we do many more. Which park overseas would you want to go to? So that's kind of an interesting one because I've never been to any of the parks overseas. But I will say that the recent additions to Tokyo Disney are incredible. They just recently released the Tangled ride. The Peter Pan, the whole Fantasy Springs area in Tokyo Disney, and that is an incredible area. I'm really impressed with that one. So if I had to pick one, I would say, without a doubt, I would say Tokyo Disney. So great question, kind of a shorter one, but that would be, especially based off of recency bias, I'd go with Tokyo. I'd love to visit Disney Sea, Tokyo Disney Sea. That is probably the best park out of all the Disney parks right now. And then our final question for today comes from R3699, and they said, favorite ride at the Magic Kingdom. So my favorite ride at the Magic Kingdom is actually pretty easy. There's a couple attractions that are definitely in the running. I really like the Haunted Mansion. I really like you know, stuff like Space Mountain and the People Mover. But I have to admit, my favorite attraction is Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is definitely my favorite attraction in the Magic Kingdom. But that's a really tough one because, like I said, there are just so many good attractions. But that's part of the reason I really like Magic Kingdom, because I do like Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, even like my nostalgic attractions like Winnie the Pooh. I used to ride that continuously when I was a kid. I would just ride that over and over and over and over and over again. And my family has film of it, which is just incredible. So, you know, Winnie the Pooh, I always have a soft spot for that ride. And that's always going to be there. This is actually pretty cool. They did a really nice job with this. And maybe we'll do a full tour of Journey into Imagination someday soon. This is a really cool attraction. And it's fitting that, of course, we're in Journey into Imagination with the loop playing in the background. So that is it for our first iteration here of the Q&A series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this. It really wasn't anything difficult, but I think it's something that, I don't know, hopefully it turns into something. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoy these videos, and hopefully we'll have many more of them here in the future. Thanks again, guys, and have a magical day.